Hello po! Welcome to the first official episode of Daldalan with Dani. This is her speaking, and if you are ready for her, she is ready for you. So, for the very first episode, I actually thought of just talking about myself. By the way pala, before I start, I would like to thank everybody who showed their support on my trailer. Thank you so much for all the love. I love you guys. Thank you. Ayun. Anyway, so, for the very first episode, I actually thought of just talking about myself because I'm conceited like that. Charot. Joke lang po. No, kasi what I thought of, and I guess it's only proper that I tell things about myself. I introduce myself in a more in-depth level, I guess. Para naman ma-warm up tayo sa isa't isa. For you to know also, alam mo yon, who or what kind of person this girl I'm listening to is. But as I was working on writing that down, I had trouble to describe myself because, well, you know how in interviews you suddenly don't know yourself pag tinanong ka ng, okay, so tell me about yourself. Ayun, girl, baka magtunog resume to kapag ganun yung ginawa ko. So, my name is Dani Cruz. I'm 24 years old. I live in Cavite. I graduated, blah, 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 blah. Ang pangit, diba? So what I did was, I asked my friends, I asked people in my life of who they see me as, or how I am like as a person, or as they know me. Ganon. Ayun, basta nagtanong ako ng mga tao-tao sa buhay ko to describe me. So I selected these people from different times in my life. So from preschool to college, to describe me. So, ayun na nga. They sent me the audio clips of them describing me. Tapos, narealize ko how these people see me differently. Well, according, of course, to their perception. Which I'm happy to see from their point of view. But, it also allowed me to realize which of those things that they said they see me as is actually me. Yung traits na I actually identify myself as. So, a little later on this episode, I will also share siguro how I personally embraced myself and how I am working towards self-acceptance. Working, yes, kasi present tense. Still working on that. Life is an endless road. So, before we get to that point, let us first meet preschool me. So, we have here Carla. Carla is my very, very first friend. So, she's the best person talaga na mag-describe sa akin from preschool years kasi we have known each other since 3 years old. Tapos naging mag-classmate kami hanggang 4th year high school. So, this girl has a lot to tell. Ayan, so, let us listen to her, Ate Carla.
Si Alisa Cruz, matagal na kaming magkakilala niyan since nursery and school. Classmates, schoolmates, kanyan. Kasi kung natuloy yan sa LB, baka forever na kaming naging schoolmate. Wala lang, share ko lang. Since bata pa kami, she's a very outgoing person. And literal na lagi siyang nasa labas. De joke, kung di dahil din sa kanya, sa pag-ayaya niya nung bata pa kami, baka forever akong nasa bahay. Wala siguro akong childhood. De joke lang. Anyway, very spontaneous siya and very adventurous na tao. Since bata pa kami, tapos laging nag-drive yung mga ideas namin nung elementary about pag may mga talent show yan, partners in crime kami lagi niyan kasi wala naman na kaming maasahan kundi kaming dalawa lang. Now naman po, and sa pagtanda naman namin into young adults, she's a very down-to-earth na tao and napaka-prangka niya. So, kung kailangan mo ng advice sa buhay na gusto mo talaga ng totoo and walang filter, si Alisa po ang puntahan nyo. She will be a very trusted source of wisdom. Kaya yun din po yun din yung pinaka nagustuhan ko sa kanya sa friend. Like, pag may kailangan kang advice, ganyan, siya ang nilalapitan ng lahat din. Kasi nga, very unfiltered ang kanyang mga sinasabi. And, ayun. Tas, ayun din po, very adventurous kaya pag nagyayayan. So, thankful din po ako kasi may patience pa rin siya sa pagyaya sa akin. Once na nagyayan, expected ko na yan na magiging masaya yung araw na yun or kung saan man kami pupunta. Thank you for everything and for all the memories. Sana more gala and everything. Di ko alam ba't parang birthday wish na to. Ewan ko.
Nakakatawa. Feeling ko debut ko ulit, tapos 18 candles. Ganun yung feels. So, I guess that pretty much sums it up. Thank you for listening to this episode. Charot lang. Tinapos na. Joke. Hindi, ayun nga. So, that is very true. Sobrang lagi akong nasa labas talaga ng bata pa ako. Tapos si Carla, hindi siya laging pinapayagan. Tita Nari, baka di mo pinapayagan si Ate Carla lumabas. Pero ayun, so, lagi talaga ako nasa labas. Kaya sobrang itim ko din. Wala nga akong pinipiling oras kung kailan ako lalabas. Basta, gising na ako. Lalabas na talaga ako ng bahay. Ganon levels. Mukha talaga akong batang kalye. Maitim, ganon. Tapos batang payatot. Ewan ko, basta. Alam mo yung trending ngayon ng mga batang nag-aaway sa sa skinita, ganon. Ganon yung sure ko dati. But, I did not really care about that kahit na it was always what was pointed out to me na negra daw ako, ganyan, payato daw ako. Like, I don't really care about that. But we'll get to that later. But super true that I do love going on adventures. I loved going out kasi nga, my age gap with my older brothers are pretty big. So, wala rin talaga akong kalaro pag nasa bahay lang ako. Yeah, so I am blessed with that childhood. It was so fun. Talagang kalsada, wak-wak, tuhod at siko levels, gano'n. Pag nadapa ka talagang, iyak ka talaga kasi aspalto talaga. Madadapahan mo, gano'n. Tapos makikiinom ka ng tubig sa bahay ng kapitbahay. Malamang, okay, sa bahay ng kalaro mo, tapos grabe talaga yung lago. Yung mga ganyan. Oh my God, ASMR. Tapos, sobrang bida-bida ko rin din talaga eh. Ewan ko din talaga sa akin eh. So, yun nga. Since bida-bida ako yung batang laging may pauso. Hindi ko alam bakit ang dami kong paandar nung bata ako. I remember nag-iimbento ako ng sarili kong games. Tapos, ituturo ko siya sa mga kalaro ko, ganyan. I-explain ko yung mechanics, feeling ng game master ako, ganon. And then one time, sinet up ko yung garahe namin na para siyang perya-peryahan. So there are different stations na may games. Ganon. Tapos may bayad na 25 cents. 25 cents lang naman, di ba? Para kunwari lang totoo kasi di ba pag pupunta ka ng perya parang may entrance fee, ganon. Benching ko lang naman yun. Napupulot lang yun dati literal sa kalsada. So, hindi ko naman naisip na manghihingi pa pala sa mga magulang yung mga kalaro ko. Gosh, gabi, nagalit yung lola ng kapitbahay namin kalaro ko. Bakit daw nagpapasugalan? Okay, wait lang. Tuwan-tuwa ako sa story na yun kasi natatawa pa rin ako pag naalala ko. But anyway, so I was that kid. Sobrang carefree. Talagang larong-laro lang talaga. Moving on! So, syempre, pagkatanda-tanda ko na ng bahagya, iba na ang trip ko sa buhay. So, hindi na ako naniningil ng benching ko. So, from batang bida-bida, let's see how I was during my preteens to early teenage years. which will be described by Jean or Jealous. So, Jean, what do you have to say?
Ano ba yan, babes? May pa-quiz. Charot. So, we've known each other like elementary or preschool, but naging magka-classmate lang tayo, grade 6 until we graduated high school. So, during those na magka-klase tayo, I've really seen you as someone na very competitive when it comes to academics, and then not only academics, parang extracurricular. Kasi, 'di ba, like, sumasali ka ng mga singing contest, mga dance competition, yung mga cheer dance natin before, tas pa nga sports, ganyan. Although, compulsory, hindi kasi compulsory sa atin yung ganun, like, kailangan mo talagang mag-participate. Isa ka pa rin dun sa mga students na nag-excel, not only an academics, pero dun sa extracurricular. Tas madalas, pag kunyari dance, choreographer ka pa, yung mga ganon, o kaya yung mag-aayos ng kanta. So yun, since you're the type of person na ganon, since tropa kita or friend kita before, naiisip ko na kailangan galingan ko din kasi magaling si Alisa. Kasi ba, isa din tayo dun sa mga parang nagko-compete sa honor roll. So ganon. As a friend naman or as a tropa, ikaw talaga, yung makikita ko na very real. Kung ano yung gusto mong sabihin, you'll say it. If whatever yung kinukilos mo, as in, ganun ka talaga. So, kahit dati, alam mo yun, yung kahit ikaw, di ba, mainis ka sa akin, or ako mainis sa iyo, or sila mainis sa atin dalawa. I mean, pag ngayon, titignan mo, we're really those na kung ano tayo, as in, yun talaga tayo. So, I'm very happy to be your friend. So, yun. Yun na yun.
At ayun na nga po, So, si Jean talaga yung pinili ko to describe me during this time of my life, grade 6 to high school. Kasi, ayun, classmate ko siya, tas, tropa din talaga kami. So, I guess, masasabi niya yung both sides of the story, inside and outside of school, which was basically what my life revolved around during that time. Tapos, kami din talaga yung nagtatapat-tapat sa honor roll. Yan. So, siya. That's Gina Rales. Hi, Ate Chen. So, ayun nga. Kasi nga, diba, gusto ko bida ako lagi. Kaya siguro ako competitive because of that. So, back then, lahat talaga sinasalihan ko. Talaga pam-pam kung pam-pam. Girl, kahit di ko alam gawin yan, sasali ako dyan. So, I really took pride in that before na I was good with my academics, gano'n. Pero hindi naman ako first honor levels. Hindi naman ako super smart like Ate Carla. Si Ate Carla yun. But consistently, lagi naman ako nasa top. So, I was proud of that. I danced. I drew. Diyos ko, hindi naman ako nagdo-drawing. Pero sumasali ako sa mga poster making, ganyan. Ay, Diyos ko, kumakanta pa ako, ganyan. Lahat talaga ng extracurricular na pwede mong salihan sa school. Talagang, girl, pati chess. Girl, hindi ako marunong mag-chess, pero sumali ako ng chess. And you know what? I realized I did that because I was trying so hard to be everything at once. I did not know this back then, of course. But now that I realize it, I was really trying to be involved in everything. Peer pressure was very real. And at that age, you really want to be like everybody. You want to look like everybody. And at this time, I believe of everybody's life, dito nasisimulan ma-instill yung societal standards of beauty, of smart, of basically everything. It's also during these years na magkakaroon ka na ng self-awareness. This is when you start being self-aware. So, people are going to point out what's good and bad in you. So, you're going to know things about yourself na you did not know before. Na hindi mo pa nare-realize before they said it. So, when they said na, oh, Alisa, ang galing mo naman, ang talino mo naman, ganito, ganyan. na-develop yung thinking sa akin na, oh, that is my worth. Na that is who I am. I am this smart pabibo kid who does everything. So, my mindset was, dapat lagi akong magaling, dapat lagi akong on my best, otherwise, I have no value. The only validation I received during this time of my life was my awards and my medals. Kaya I think, doon ako kumapit. Ayun, and as you may have heard, sila na lang talaga ang nagsabi sa akin, kasi hindi ko naman sinasadya na maging prangka talaga naman. Talagang may point sa buhay ko na hindi ko talaga fin-filter yung mga sinasabi ko. I am not very proud. Okay? This did not serve me well most of the time. People just thought that I was mean to say stuff. Pero it's just I just talaga hindi na ako nag-iisip. I just really said what I thought without actually thinking of what I'm saying. Ayun, I'm really sorry about that. Pero yeah, that was me. And on top of that, I feel like I was also trying to conceal, in a way, my insecurities with my academic achievements. I mean, hindi ko naman naisip, diba, na pangit ako. In fact, gandang-ganda nga ako sa sarili ko that time. Kasi maraming may crush sa akin, hello. Pero, ayun nga, the sad thing is, one by one, my flaws were pointed out to me. Na, ayun nga, maitim nga ako, I was very skinny, I had crooked teeth, so sungki talaga ako, which I actually kinda liked before. Pero yeah, people keep saying, bakit ganyan yung ngipin mo? Yeah, whatever, ayun. And then, sumabay din ako sa trend ng mga nagpapariban. So, kasama ako doon sa mga sa mga kaklase mo na after Christmas break, yung pagbalik ng January, unat na unat ang buhok talaga naman. At nag-aamoy chemical pa ang classroom na mga 1 week kasi bawal pang maligo. Ayun. So to make things worse, this was also the time when my legs started to have scars because of my skin asthma and eczema. And so I was very insecure. I didn't wear shorts. I stopped wearing shorts. Matagal akong hindi nag-shorts talaga. Parang hanggang mid-college, di talaga ako nag-shorts. And so ayun nga, in my head, at least I was smart. That was really my thinking. And what I'm really trying to say to myself is, girl, at least matalino ka. Kasi naman, perfect ka nga, maganda ka nga, bobo ka naman. So yun, that was my mentality during that transition from being in a really controlled environment, kasi sobrang liit lang ng school namin. My school, from nursery hanggang high school. And then, boom, here comes college. College, dun dun dun. Sorry. I mean, baka pala ma-confuse kayo sa ibang hindi pala nakakakilala sa akin in real life, kung meron man. I grew up kasi using my first name talaga, which is Alisa, or Isa, for short. Nung college, I wanted to use my second name, which is Danielle, kaya Dani, ayan. Anyway, so ayan, to transition into college, let's hear from Laika. Okay, so pinili ko naman si Laika because we were blockmates. Blockmates? Arte mo kasi bakla eh. So, wait lang yun. So, pinili ko siya kasi we were blockmates and thesis mates at the same time. So, she knew how I was as a student. But we were also friends. So, tropa din talaga kami. So, outside of campus, she also knew how I was. So, yeah. Here is Laika. Let's listen to her.
Okay, Dani is a blockmate. She's like bida-bida sa class. Hindi. Charot, pero half true. Kasi, nung first year kami, siya lang yung may dalang tablet. Tapos sabi niya, you guys wanna take a selfie? Like, girl, hindi tayo close. Charot. I mean, dun sa ibang tao. Ganun siya. Tapos sobrang arte niya. English pa siya. Then, ano pa ba? Magaling siyang student. Attentive siya sa class. And mataas yung mga grades niya. Especially kapag nagsusulat, ganun. Tapos sobrang chill niya lang. Like, makakasama mo siya sa lahat ng bagay, cutting classes, and all. Pero nung first year, takot na takot siya mag-cutting classes. Tapos nung mga third year to fourth year na, wala na si girl, cutting classes na siya, is life. Okay, as a thesis mate, si Dani yung tagaluto ng pansit canton at taga-print. Charot! Hindi, joke lang. Pero dun sa thesis namin, to be honest, binuhat talaga kami dun ni Jem. Shout out sa'yo, Jem. Charot. Si Jem yung magaling talaga si thesis nun. Super chill lang namin ni Dani. Like, chill talaga kami sa life nung college. Wala kaming nagpupuyat kami sa bahay nila, nagkakram kami kapag malapit na yung exam and all. Ganon din ginagawa namin sa thesis pag malapit na yung pasahan. Pero pumapasa kami kasi matalino kami and we're pretty as fudge. Ayun lang, bye. So, as a friend, magiging cheesy kasama pag as a friend. As a friend, si Dani cold talaga siya. Like, sobrang cold niya. Cold present siya, pero the truth is, sobrang warm niya as a person. Like, yung personality niya. She cares about the people around her, kahit di niya sabihin, pero, yung actions niya talaga, parang, okay, I care for you. Pero hindi niya sasabihin sa'yo directly na, I care for you, ganun. Pero alam mo yun, andyan lang siya. Parang, kahit anong mangyari, ganun. Okay, nandito lang ako. Yuck! This is so cheesy. And yun, di kanya ko konsintihin pag alam niyang mali yung gagawin mo. Especially about relationship. Feeling ko, hindi siya ganun. And yun.
So, ayun na nga po, I think I changed a lot pagka-college ko. First of all, I tried to be a new person. Super not recommending this. Sobrang not recommending na mag-feeling social ka, approach on the first day of school. Ang hirap panindigan, sis. Sobrang trying hard ko magpa-impress na malupit ako mag-English. Kasi nung high school, bawal kasi kami mag-Tagalog sa school. So, talagang English talaga. So, feeling ko, may edge ako ng dati. Kasi yun yung pinagmamalaki sa amin ng principal namin. Na pagdating mo ng college, you will have an edge because you know how to speak English. Whatever. Ayun, I even changed my name. I mean, technically, I didn't change it because it is still my name. Pero, yeah. That, I went by my second name. Naaalala ko pa, ang weird pag nagpapakilala ko kasi, so, like, yeah, hi, what's your name? Ako si Daniel. What? Who are you, girl? Sino si Daniel? Hindi ko kilala. Like, my mind was saying that to me. Kasi I was not used to using that name nga. But I really wanted it to stick, kaya pinanindigan ko talaga siya. And then, eventually, my blockmates called me Dani instead. So, kaya Dani na siya ngayon. Yay! Ayun. Anyway, so, nung pagpasok ko ng college, akala ko, talagang, I'm still this very academically excellent person. Ganyan. Ay, girl, talaga, paniwalang-paliwala talaga ako na matalino ako. And then, nagpa-quiz. Sis, first time kong magka-line of 7, muntik talaga akong umiyak, girl. Ay, talaga. I think that people who used to be honor students ng high school and then pagdating ng college would relate to this of how dumb I realized I was pagdating ng college. Ayun, anyway. So, college was not so good to me. Kasi I was super sheltered nga from nursery, from preschool to fourth year high school. Tapos biglang college na sobrang laking university. Super culture shock. Super culture shock talaga. And I was so wrong to think that my academic performance in high school was enough for college. Wala iyang mga medals na yan, yung mga certificate mo, lalamunin kang buhay ng mga kaklase mo talaga. Although, I did still try to be the same student, you know, pala-aral, ganyan, active sa mga extracurriculars, but boy, was it on a different level. Sobrang hirap i-maintain ng ACADS and extracurriculars. Yon. That. So, I guess everything I knew I was stripped away from me. And so I was trying so hard to be this different person. Because I was a nobody in college. People did not know my name in college. So, basically, no one really cared about other people but themselves. Kasi nung high school, parang talagang lahat talaga, no? Alam mo, yung buhay ng mga kaklase mo, but it's not like that in college. And I was super shocked. Talaga. Para akong domesticated animal na nilagay sa wild. Ganon. I did not know how to act. I was super insecure of who I really am. I keep trying to be someone else. And so, I dragged myself through college without realizing that who I thought I was defined by who I stuck around with. I identified myself from people that I'm with. Ayun, so back then, hindi ko naman alam yun. I just thought that we coincidentally have similarities and that we agree on things because it's the same things that we like. Which is not exactly a bad thing, but it did not promote individuality. Especially for someone like me who was really struggling to understand who I am. And imagine also doing college things trying to fit in at the same time. Sobrang, oh my god, sobrang pick me girl ko dati. Sobrang, yak, I wanna puke. Kadiri. I don't wanna meet her. I was trying so hard, grabe. Sobrang trying hard talaga. I was trying to maintain this persona that I was showing the world. Kaya parang feeling ko it was so heavy for me to get through college. Don't get me wrong though, I did have a lot of fun nung college, as in happy pa din naman, sobrang fun pa din naman niya. But basta mahirap, pero masaya pa din siya. Yun. And yes, oo, okay, nilaglag ako ni Laika talaga naman. Na, kasama kasi yun talaga magkakat ka talaga ng classes at some point in your life. But I still knew my limits and responsibility. So, hindi naman ako bumagsak, hindi naman ako nag-fail ng class, nag-drop ng class, ganyan. I guess I got through college pretty decently naman. Though, wala naman ng honors, ganon, like I was used to. Pero, I still graduated within the 4 years of my degree. Bottom line, hindi ka naman sinayang yung pera ng magulang ko para tumakas, para magwalwal at pabayaan yung grades ko. No, I was too scared to do that. But, I have to admit that I was really a mess back then. I didn't really know how to act. I didn't know how to handle myself if not for my friends. Ayun, feeling ko talaga nasa pressure cooker ako and that I was forced into this real world na hindi pa talaga ako ready. Yun. So, let us fast forward 4 years after graduating college. What did I learn so far about knowing myself and accepting that? So, it has not been easy to relearn myself, to relearn my worth, to realize again what I truly am. I am still working on that, still on the works. But, so far, the few things that have really helped me look from outside the box is that, cliche ito talaga, pero this is so true, that change is the only constant thing in the world and that no one is meant to be the same person forever. Also, that people do not really care about your flaws and imperfections, and those who actually do, they don't matter, girl. Wala silang bilang talaga. So, walang ko silang pansinin. And with that in mind, slowly, As in, really slowly, I taught myself to embrace my flaws, my imperfections. Kasi, I realized na, totoo nga yung sinasabi nila, walang ibang gagawa nun kung hindi ako lang din naman. And, no, hindi pa rin naman ako over all of my imperfections and flaws. It still bugs me sometimes. But, ngayon, mas madali ko na siyang na-own. Slowly, one by one, mas madali ko na siyang natatanggap talaga. And I suppose the sooner that we accept that, the sooner we stop comparing ourselves to other people and trying to be this person that we're not, we begin to see wider horizons. I thank you. Ang ganda nun. But it's true. Because we realize na there are so much more important things than focusing on what's wrong with us. Which is actually hindi din naman talaga siya mali. It's just different from other people. But it's not wrong, But it does not happen within a snap of a finger. Hindi siya ganun kadali. It is a very, very long process. And so for me, what I did, I stopped using whitening soaps and lotions that only make my skin dry AF talaga. Alam ko na ngayon na hindi ako magiging maputi ever, and that's okay. And that I do love my skin now na morena ako at tanggap ko na yon. I also stopped getting my hair rebonded kasi, girl, ang mahal naman din talagang magpa-rebond. Every 6 to 8 months mo yun gagawin. So, I thought, ano naman, kasi kung kulot nga ako, I love my hair right now. I have been embracing my curls since 2017. Ayun, I look way better in curls. I wish someone told me that sooner. And ayun, what else? Ano naman kung may peklat ako sa legs, if I have hyperpigmentations in parts of my body, kung payat ako, I am not your ideal body type. Those things, I am not less of a person because of those things. Let us not seek validation from other people. So, another piece of advice is to not identify your value from your looks, from what the world thinks of you, from the things that will expire, from material things, and those that will not matter in a couple of years. Yung mga bagay na inevitably magbabago talaga yan. I learned that the hard way, and so I learned that I am not my medals and certificates. I am also not my drunken nights and low grades. I definitely am not my insecurities and imperfections. I am not the mistakes I made. I am not my wrong decisions. Why do I sound like I'm about to cry? Hindi ako iiyak. Sinisipon lang ako. Pero yeah, going back, I am not my wrong decisions, and hell, I am not even my achievements. But don't take this the wrong way, okay? You are still responsible for all that you do, for all that you've done and will be doing, your actions, your decisions, both good and bad. But that does not define you, unless you let it. What makes a person, I suppose, is who they are when no one is watching. What a person is their principles, their morals, their passions, how they are to other people. Ayun, and eto pa, who they are to their pets. I say that because I really believe that our pets are the witnesses to our most genuine self. So I guess it's safe to say that our pets know who we truly are. Ayun. And I guess it's also safe to say that the journey to truly knowing oneself is an endless road. Once you get to a point where you think you do know, you've changed. You're not that person anymore, and it's an endless cycle called life. Unless I guess you die, that last version of who you are, who you were, is what is going to stick. That is how people will remember you. So don't be an asshole. You don't want to die and have people say, oops, well, he deserved that. Diba? Pangit naman kung people think that you deserve to die because you're such a bad person. Let's not make that happen. So, ayun, I hope you were able to know at least a little bit about me and hopefully a little bit more about yourself. I personally still have a very long way to go, but to remember that this is an overnight thing to understand and know yourself. Like I said, it is a very long journey. So take your time. Take your time, girl. I know it's easier said than done. I may have made it sound so easy, but it's a really hard thing to do. But the good news is, you have your whole life to figure it out. So, siguro, I am just going to leave it at this. No one is going to care for you the way that you want to be cared for except for yourself. Ikaw lang ang may kakayanang mag-alaga at magpahalaga sa sarili mo sa paraang gusto mo. Alright, ayun. So that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for being here. And I hope na that was a good one. I hope you liked it. And let me know what you want to hear about in our next episode. Send me a DM sa IG at Dani Maganda. This podcast is also available on YouTube. Search nyo lang at Dani Maganda din. And new episodes will be uploaded every Saturday, 8 p.m. I will try my very, very best to live up to that. Ayun. That's it. Thank you so much. Bye!